Actually, alam niyo po, binigyan ko ng assignment si Alex. Sabi ko, Alex, ikaw mag-prepare ng how to teach kids, top 3 tips on teaching kids about money. Kasi nga, yun nga, wala naman akong anak, di ba? Iba pa rin yung may anak, di ba?
Yes.
At lagi yung sinasabi sa akin kasi wala kang anak, ganyan. At gets ko naman, iba. Kasi yung mga pamangkin ko nga, the way I care and yung feelings ko sa kanila sobrang strong. What more pag galing na sa'yo, no? So, yun. So, what do you have in store for us, Alex?
Okay. So, actually, this is so timely, Vince, no? Kasi kakatapos lang ng Mother's Day. And,
so, Mother's Day, sorry, belated.
Thank you.
Oo nga pala.
Alam mo ba yung post ko na sobrang, it resonated with a lot of people, yung Mother's Day post ko was about, ano ba talagang kailangan ng mga nanay? Ang sagot dyan, pahinga. So, sabi ko, marami kasi tayong, di ba, parang kailangan all giving, all sacrificing ang mga nanay. Sabi ko, tama na yung ganyang klaseng mindset. We also need to rest, no? So, ayun, that was my Mother's Day message to everyone.
True. Actually, alam mo, yan din yung kailangan ko. Kaya nga, actually, may sakit ako ngayon. Hindi ko alam if yung boses ko, no, it's not the usual. Yes. I have coughs and colds. Kahapon, medyo tinatrangkaso ako ganyan. Pero yun nga, kailangan talaga natin ng pahinga. So, pili ko naman nanay ako. Hindi, sorry. I stole your
nanay ka rin sa maraming tao, di ba? Ang dami-dami mong natutulungan at natutulungan. So, yan.
Okay. So, why do we struggle with money talk, Alex?
Okay, actually, Vince, ano yan nakakatawa, they call it the last, I read the study, they call money talk parang the last taboo. Parang sabi nila na-overcome na yung iba, people are able to talk about intimacy and sex, people are able to talk about death, pero yung money, for some reason, marami pa rin kultura na medyo delicate when it comes to money talks, no? Specifically sa ating mga Pilipino, maraming kumbaga nadjajahe to talk about money. Kasi yun nga, I mean, it's really built in our culture, yung the whole thing about yung jahe feeling, yung mga ganyan, lahat somehow pumapasok sa dun sa usapang pera. We don't like to talk about, plus the whole thing, you don't talk about money because it's not proper. You don't want to solicit feelings of envy or among us, we don't really like to do it. So, ang nagiging parang yung masamang consequence naman yan, not a lot of us talk about it at home, lalo na with our kids. That's why your topic is very important.
Yeah. So ikaw, how do you talk to your how do you talk to Maya on money, about money?
Okay. So for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, meron po akong 9-year-old daughter, no? So, para lang may context, kasi otherwise baka hindi alam gaano ka laki or gaano ka bata ba si Maya. So, she's 9. And sa totoo lang, I'll go through the tips dito, but ang dami kong nababasa na kids, by the time they're 3, Vince, I didn't know this, parang sobrang late na pala ako. As early as 3, maintindihan nila na yung basic numeric concepts, basically. Pero a lot of us start, yun nga, yung money talk, pag elementary na sila. And that's actually what I'm doing right now.
Okay. So, yun.
So, actually, on that note, I want to ask you, Vince, ano yung first experience mo with money? Parang how old were you when you first experienced managing money or earning money? Ayan, first experience with money. Nagbenta ka ba? Or,
Ang ano 'no, ang unang mga alala ko, of course, ang una kong mga alala diyan ay yung humihingi ako ng pera para pambili ng Coke.
Okay.
Pambili ng snack. Tapos, and I remember very clearly dati na ano 'no, talagang hindi siya yung binibigay agad-agad. Parang ang hirap namang humingi ng pera, ba't gano'n? Parang ganyan yung nakatatak sa akin. And then, we also had a lot of ano no entrepreneurial activities dati. Parang bata
Okay.
pa lang, nagbebenta kami yung mom and dad ko nagbebenta kami ng bagoong at asin sa palengke before.
Okay.
So yung mga ganyan. Tapos naalala ko din yung, of course, yung ano, pagka Christmas, 'di ba? Nakakakuha kang aguinaldo. So
Yes.
yun yung mga una kong experiences na namulat ako tungkol sa pera.
Sa pera.
Mm.
Okay. Ako naman, I remember, ganun din, siyempre yung baon, yun yung first direct experience. Tapos, I remember one time, summer yun eh, may paligan na basketball sa amin.
Aha.
Nakita ko, may mga nagbebenta, yung sa tabi ng, sa may ringside. So sabi ko, pwede pala akong kumita during summer, hindi ko kailangan maghintay ng school year. So,
Yeah.
nagtanong ako, sabi ko, pwede ba ako magbenta ng candies? Kasi bata lang, hindi ko matandaan gaano ko tandaan. So, pwede.
Mm.
Napansin ko yung katabi ko na nagbebenta ng sigarilyo. Diba, mas marami siyang customer.
So nagbenta ka sigarilyo. Wait lang.
Tapos tinanong ko sa parents ko, pwede ba akong magtinda ng sigarilyo? Siyempre, big no, di ba? Ganon. Mas konti yung, syempre mas konti yung kita ko. Pero I remember, yun nga, na parang, yung first few, kumbaga, big messages when it came to money was, you have to work for it. Hindi ka pwedeng basta hingi na lang ng hingi.
Yeah. Oo. So yun nga, kailangan talaga na, ano, no, maaga pa ay
Yes.
kinakatch na natin yung mga ganyan. Naalala ko lang talaga yung ano, yung pamangkin ko, ganyan. Parang, kasi alam niya siguro, no, parang, I think he was about 5 or 4 years old at that time. Si Edwin, yung kinukuntsaba niya. Kasi feeling ko alam niya na, hindi ito yung blood relative ng ano, hindi ito yung kapatid ng sister ng mom ko, ganyan. So, pagbibigyan ako nito, ganyan. Tapos nasa grocery kami. Tapos inaano niya si Edwin, halika dito, you stay with me, ganyan. Tapos tinuturo niya yung chocolate, ganyan. Tapos sabi ni Edwin, but how are you going to pay for this? You have your card. Give me your wallet. I'll get your card. Di ba? So may mga ganun na mga eksena tungkol sa pera.
Okay, sige. So, let me dive in dun sa 3 tips. So, we can be more specific here. Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
This is
Ayan.
the first
So, there. The first one is talagang teaching kids yung basic vocabulary. So, dalawa, no? Vocabulary, tsaka yung family values nyo around money. Ang nakikita ko sa schools dito, Vince, ang tinuturo lang naman nila how to recognize ano ba yung iba-ibang coins, yung cents and euros, ano yung iba-ibang bills. Yun lang yung financial literacy nila so far, grade 3 na si Maya.
Yeah.
So, sa akin, talagang manggagaling yun sa magulang when you start talking to them about basic concepts, savings, budget. Pag sale season, sinasabi ko sa kanya, tingnan mo yung diferensya. Ito yung full price, ito yung discounted price. Ba't ka magbabayad ng full price kung alam mo naman kung kailan babagsak yung presyo nung isang bagay na hindi mo naman kailangan at that moment.
Oo. Right.
Diba? So, along with those vocabulary, minsan kasi inisip natin, hindi nila maintindihan nila actually. Pero you have to demonstrate it, diba? And then, along with that, yung philosophy ng pamilya nyo around money, that's also very important. Kasi kung yung mindset nyo is super frugal na parang, ay, we can't afford that. Ay, wala yan sa budget. Ay, hindi pwede. Kailangan super tipid.
Uh-huh.
That impacts them in a big way too. So be very careful about what you communicate when it comes to your money mindset.
Yeah. Actually, naalala ko din, no, yung konsepto din ng sharing is already a financial literacy, a learning moment. Kasi naalala ko yung pamangkin ko rin dati. Meron akong kinakain, no? Meron akong chips. Tapos gusto niyang humingi. Tapos, nung humingi siya, kumuha siya, at yung kinuha niya, yung ibinigay sa akin, kinuha niya yung buong bag. Sabi ko, what? No! this is not how you ask for things.
Oh my gosh, okay.
mga ganong tipos. Parang you also teach them yung sense ng ownership at ano yung limits
Yes.
of what's polite in asking, yung mga ganong tipo, parang ganon.
Yes, that's true.
Yun. Sabi ko sa kanya, well, I can give all of this to you because you're my nephew, di ba? We're related. But if other people or your friends, if you do this to your friends, what will happen? Oh, let's reverse the role, di ba? Oh, if you have it and then I'll get it and then I'll just give this to you, what will you feel? So, yung mga ganong teaching moments, I think ay very important. Hindi ka na kailangan na monetary lahat-lahat, 'di ba? Yung mga bagay na pagtuturo natin tungkol sa pera.
Yes. Okay, so there. In fact, here, meron akong tip, no? Parang hindi siya hypothetical, lalo na for younger kids. Ipakita natin yung mga binabayaran natin. Hindi naman yung parang isumbat mo, oy, ayan, tinan mo, magkano gagastusin natin for electricity. Pero slowly show them na lahat ng consumption binabayaran. And then that's when you start conversations, ano kaya pwede natin gawin para hindi mataas masyado yung electricity bill natin or yung gas. So, ganon, di ba? Pero again, it has to be intentional, hindi yung, oh, by the way, alam mo yun, it has to be done intentionally.
Right. Okay, so what's our second tip?
Okay, so our second tip is leading by example. I'm a very big fan of this, no? Parang modeling talaga kasi when it comes to kids, Vince, you can lecture all you want, pero pag hindi nila nakita yung ginagawa mo, hindi siya effective.
Totoo yan.
Talagang walk the talk. So, kung ang dialogue mo about money is, money doesn't grow on trees, you have to work for it, kailangan ipakita mo yun. Meaning, everything has a cost. So, wag ka rin sobrang waldas sa paggastos mo kasi otherwise hindi siya align.
Yeah. Oo. Actually ako as a tito, no, I think di naman yung role ng mga titos usually, lalo na kung
violate ng rules.
Oo, yun yung role at mang-spoil ng mga pamangkin, no. And I think clear naman sa amin when we do that, parang we tell them na okay, so usually it's the month of July kasi yan yung di ba, bakasyon nila. So, pag month of July, so all rules are off, parang ganon. But it's only for this because we're together, ganyan. Pero when you go back to Australia, when you go back to the US, nako, babalik na ulit yan kasi wala nang tito.
Wala nang tito.
Nagagastos.
Okay. That's true. I mean, usually role yan ng mga titos at grandparents, no? Parang talagang break all the rules when you're with them.
Yeah, oo. Pero actually, ang maganda pa rin ay, ako naalala ko to yung I think this is again with my eldest sister, no? So, nasa mall kami nung mga pamangkin ko, tapos sabi ko, oh, just get what you want and I'll pay for it, ganyan. gustong bumili ng bagong damit. This was mga 15 years ago na yata. Madalaga na 'tong mga pamangkin ko na 'to eh. Tapos, hindi ko alam, si ate pala, sabi niya na, hindi ibig sabihin na yung tito nyo, sinasabi niya na pwede, kahit anong bibilhin nyo, you take advantage, no? So, ang
Yes.
sabi niya, kung gusto mong bumili ng damit, hanggang dito lang yung presyo, ganyan. Tapos, yung pamangkin ko isa, I think she was about 8 years old at that time, meron siyang gustong dress. Ang budget na binigay lang ng sister ko, hanggang 500 lang ha. Yung gusto niya, 800 pesos. So, conflicted siya kung anong gagawin niya. I have to call mom. Ganyan siya. Tapos, bakit kailangan tawagan? Ako nang bahala dyan, ganyan. No, I have to call mom. So, nag-usap sila, ganyan. Tapos nalaman ko na ganun pala yung rule. Sabi ko, ang conscientious and napaka mindful, no, na
Yes.
just because it's available, you take advantage of it. Hindi ganun yung mindset.
Yes, pero that means effective, di ba, yung teaching ng mom kasi talagang kinonsulta niyo because she was in difficulty at that moment. Other kids would have just said, wala naman yung nanay ko, just go ahead and buy it.
Kilala ko yung mga pamangkin ko na maggaganyan. Wala naman yung nanay ko, okay lang. alam mo, iba-iba yung personalities ng mga pamangkin na yan eh. Tapos may mga pamangkin na hindi yan gagalaw hanggat hindi talaga na nakapagpaalam, ganyan. Kaya, alam mo din kung paano titimplahin.
Yes.
Pero tatanong ako, ikaw, nung kabataan, meron din bang ganyan na mga nang spoil sa inyo na tito at tita? Kasi sa amin wala masyado eh.
Parang wala rin, Vince. Actually, talagang solid, kumbaga, yung financial education sa bahay. Yan, yung budget, yung if you need more, you have to work for it. Kasi syempre, yung allowance, okay, pagkasyahin mo yan. If you want something more, you have to find a way to earn for it. So, alam mo yun, I can't remember of a tito or a tita or even grandparents who spoiled us. Yun sa Pasko, yun lang na yung may mga Christmas gifts, pero other than that,
Oo. Pero actually kami din ng mga bata, hindi rin kami pinalaki ng gifts eh. Kaya actually ako nga, sa mga pamangkin ko ngayon, ako yung na-overwhelm sa dami ng gifts, sa dami ng toys. Oh my God.
Yes.
Parang sabi ko, sobra siyang excessive, no?
Super. Sobrang consumeristic kasi talaga ng mundo natin ngayon. And unfortunately, a lot of people parang yung expression nila ng yung pagmamahal is always through an object. So, in the end, ang daming laruan. Hindi naman lahat nagagamit. So,
true. At saka hindi pa nila ma-let go. Ganyan. Sabi ko nga sa mga pamangkin ko, tell me what's in that box. Kasi ako naman, ginagawa ko, inuuwi ko yung mga yan, tapos pinapamigay ko ulit sa mga branches natin sa Mindanao, di ba? Para pakinabangan ng mga bata. Ayun.
Yes.
Anyway, so what's our final tip? The third tip, Alex.
Okay. The third tip is earn and learn. Meaning, for us to be able to teach our kids effectively about money, kailangan talaga bigyan natin sila ng pera. Otherwise, it's all just up here. Diba?
Yeah.
So, meaning, let's give them a chance to earn. So, unang-una yun, through the allowance. And then, I remember, when I was young, kung may gusto pa akong bilhin na hindi kaya ng allowance ko, my parents would actually ask me, anong pwede mong gawin sa bahay? Na pwede ka naming bigyan ng reward for that, monetary reward. Pero you have to give them that chance. Hindi po pwedeng all talk, di ba? Kasi from there, malalaman nila, okay, this is how much amount. And that's where the real learning starts. Like, hindi ko to basta gagastusin kasi
Yeah. Pero how is it now? Kasi sa atin talaga sobrang cash economy pa. Ngayon na may mobile money, ganyan, how do you teach those to sa iyong daughter?
You know, here, hindi pa masyadong malakas yung mobile money culture.
Ah,
So, Italy, for example, is very, very much a cash economy, cash-based.
correct.
Very few people, yeah.
Oo, oo.
So, I'm
Actually,
still thankful for that. Kasi dyan, alam ko na medyo yung iba, makapal na talaga yung mukha, di ba? Pag humingi, parang text mo na lang, paki-Gcash naman.
right, oo. Pero actually, yun din yung isa sa mga itinuturo ngayon, no, na parang yung mga, ah, lalo na mga Gen A na yun, si Maya is Gen A na yan, hindi na siya Gen Z eh.
Yes.
Ang talagang kagisnan na daw talaga nila is mobile money. And kung sa atin, cash, no, yung mga transactions, kailangan daw sila turuan na, uy, nasa mobile, nasa credit card yung pera. And you have to teach them how to check kung tumataas or bumababa yung kanilang balances. So ang ginagawang analogy ay use it like a game, no? Kung ano ba yung mga kunwari sa Mario Brothers dati, 'di ba? Kasi may mga coins doon or something sa ML.
Yes.
Ano bang currency sa ML? Mga points ba 'yon? Sa Duolingo XP, 'di ba? yung mga points mo na ganyan. So you have to translate that to them para or use it as an analogy para mas maintindihan daw nila. So, yun. Kasi totoo nga naman, digital na yung marami ngayon. So, actually, maski dyan ba, I'm sure dyan din may credit card ng ginagamit, di ba?
Yes.
Oo. So,
Actually,
yun.
ngayon, yung pinaka-challenge sa akin is ipaliwanag yung Amazon. Kasi nakikita niya na ang daming Amazon delivery. So parang, saan galing yan? How do you pay? Ano yung flow of money? Malapit na ma-discover na si Santa Claus. Actually, si Amazon.
Yun nga, every week si Santa Claus nagbibigay. Ang box ni Santa Claus ay Amazon. Di ba? So yan, ang mga bata pa naman talaga, sobra silang madaling makagets and
Yes.
sobrang wag natin silang i-underestimate and never natin silang, wala ko kung sa i-baby talk pa natin, wag na natin silang i-baby talk din sa pera, no? We tell them what it is at turuan natin sila ano ba talaga yung konsepto ng pera. Pero tama yung sinabi mo, no, na yung values talaga yung uunahin diyan, 'di ba?
Yes.
So, yon. So, thank you very much, Alex, sa ating episode ngayon tungkol sa 3 tips on how to teach kids about money. So, sana po marami kayong natutunan. So, how do they reach you, Alex?
You can reach me through Facebook or sa YouTube rin po. Just type in my name. And if you found today's episode helpful or may tanong po kayo, leave a comment and definitely sasagutin namin kayo ni Vince.
Ayan, oo. At anything about communications, nako, kayang-kaya yan at sasagutin ni Alex. So, thank you everyone at sana po ay natuto kayo ngayong episode na ito. Kami po ang inyong mga financial guro. Ayan. Si Alex at ako nagsasabing ang pagyaman na pag-aaralan at napagtutulungan.